Hello everyone and welcome back to Pro Luxury Exhibitions. In today's video, we're looking at the luxury lifestyle of one of the most popular rappers in the world, Future. Future is a very successful singer, rapper, songwriter, and producer with numerous hit songs that continue to break records year after year. With years of success under his belt and a worldwide fan base to match, Future is one of the wealthiest rappers, and we're going to be exploring his career and luxury lifestyle in this video. Before we jump in, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell that pops up so you never miss any of the latest updates on the luxury lifestyle of your favorite celebrities. With that out of the way, let us get into the video. Born Nevadeus Damon Wilbur, Future has grown to become one of the biggest influencers of rap and hip-hop music in the United States and all around the world. Thanks to Future's unique style of delivery, every song this artist drops is almost always sure to go viral, hitting hundreds of millions of views and streams on YouTube and other streaming platforms. While there are no confirmed figures regarding what Future earns yearly, it is believed that he has a net worth of about $40 million. With the massive following and fan base that Future has managed to gather over time, the artist is now one of the highest paid rappers and songwriters in the US. Some outlets claim that the artist's monthly income is somewhere around $1.5 million. But how did the Future get here? Nevadeus was born in Atlanta. It is no surprise that he grew up to become a hip-hop artist himself, as the city of Atlanta is popular for being one of the biggest hubs for producing some of the best hip-hop artists of all time. Future moved out of Atlanta to go to high school in Columbia High School in Decatur, Georgia. Future eventually kicked off his music career with the help of his cousin, Rico Wade. Rico was a big part of Future's entrance into the music industry. Future started as a member of the Dungeon family, while also growing as a record producer. While this could have been an extremely tough phase on the streets for Future, his cousin Rico helped him live a better life. Eventually, after working closely with his cousin, Future found a mentor in the person of Rocco, a famous Atlanta rapper. Between 2010 and 2011, Future kept his listeners busy with a wide array of mixtapes that never fell short of expectations. Several mixtapes later, Future signed a massive joint deal with Epic Records and A1 Recordings. This partnership also helped the artist create his own label, which he called Free Bands. It is not until April 2012 that Future's career started to look bright. Future released his debut album, Pluto, under 3 different labels. This album was grabbed with open arms and went on to become a massive commercial success. Roughly 2 years later, in April of 2014, the talented rapper was back with yet another studio album called Honest. Future's second album was nothing short of a massive success. In fact, the album went as far as to beat its predecessors on the Billboard 200. Some of Future's biggest hits as the lead include songs like Jumpman featuring Drake, Low Life featuring The Weeknd, Life is Good featuring Drake, and No Way We Can Leave Out Mask Off. While this song was released way back in 2017, it blew up again in 2020 after the entire world had been through a global pandemic that required people to wear face masks. Future's 7th studio album landed in 2019. He titled the album Future Hendrix Presents The Wizard. As you may expect, this album was yet another hit, peaking at #1 on the US Billboard 200. The album became Future's 6th album to make it to the #1 position in the US. Many of the songs on this album went viral and were regularly featured on the Billboard Hot 100. This album also put Future higher up the table in the 10th position for artists with the most entries in the history of the Billboard Hot 100. In the same year, 2019, Future released a debut solo extended play that he titled Save Me. When it was released, the song debuted at #5 on the Billboard 200. Future and Drake were working together on 2 major hits. Life is Good and Desires. Both songs were very successful within and outside the United States. In April of 2020, Future announced his 8th studio album would be titled Life is Good. This album's title was later changed to High Off Life and released in May 2020. As has now become the norm, this album blazed through the US Billboard 200 to the #1 position. Within the first week of release, the album sold more than 153,000 units. It was also Future's 7th straight album that debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. 2020 was a really busy year for the Future, considering that he still released a collaborative studio album with Lil Uzi Vert in November 2020. This album was titled Pluto X Baby Pluto. Unlike Future's solo work that would also peak at #1, this album fell one short at #2 on the US Billboard 200. Now here is where it gets exciting. In 2021, Future was featured on Drake's massive hit song Way Too Sexy. After this song blew up on the Billboard Hot 100, Future became the #1 rapper with the most entries on the Billboard Hot 100. By April 2022, Future was out with his 9th studio album, which once again became a #1 hit. Furthermore, one of the songs on the album titled Wait For You became Future's highest charting song as a lead artist. Seeing Future's career from start to date, it is obvious that the artist has come a long way from where he started. In 2022, GQ magazine tagged Future as one of the best rappers alive, and no matter your taste in music, it is going to be difficult to argue with that. Consider the level of success that the artist has reached over time. It is no surprise that he earns so much money. It goes without saying too, though, that the $40 million net worth that has been attached to Future is merely based on the income streams involving his music and the other endorsements that are public knowledge. What this means is that the artist may be even richer than we think. Speaking of endorsements, being one of the highest rated rappers in the world comes with several perks, including competitive brand endorsement deals. In fact, Future is also one of the most highly endorsed rappers in the world. Huge international brands like Rolex, Atmoji, Nike, Puma, and a long list of others all have endorsement deals with Future, with some running into millions of dollars. As for ambassadorship, Future is a brand ambassador for the world-famous sport brand Reebok. At this point, it is quite obvious that Future makes a lot of money. So how does he like to spend it? Well, some of Future's most significant spending goes to his cars. Future has a fleet of extremely expensive cars. At the top of the list is the Rolls-Royce Ghost, one of the most expensive cars in the world, costing $300,000. Another luxurious car on the list is the even costlier Lamborghini Aventador, which goes for $400,000. There are also 3 Bentleys in the fleet: the Bentley Bottega at $200,000, the Bentley Continental GT at $200,000, and the Bentley Flying Spur at $190,000. Interestingly, the car that has been tapped as Future's favorite car is not one of the most expensive. The Porsche 911 Turbo S is said to be Future's favorite car. This one costs about $160,000. Future also spends on real estate. He owns a massive estate in Miami. This is where he allegedly hosts a lot of his parties. Here, you will find an ultra-modern party pad and a custom-made swimming pool that blends into the ocean like it drains into the Atlantic. Future has stated on multiple occasions that this home is his favorite place to be for inspiration. Future also has an estate in Los Angeles. He used to live here with his ex-fiancée Sierra. He also owns another home in the suburbs of Atlanta. This makes sense considering that Future's career and early life started here. Well, that is all for this video. Let us know your thoughts on Future's luxury lifestyle. What about Future's career surprised you the most? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss any of our videos. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the channel. See you there.